What's up, y'all? You want to know the secrets? Here are the secrets. If you go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns, you can get early episodes, you can get bonus episodes, you can get super long episodes with special guests like Justin Robert Young and Hal Lublin and many more to come. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Secrets. Every Assassin's Creed is exactly the last Assassin's Creed, and so it shall be.
I guess.
Until the end of days. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Lisa Fountain sent us a story to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com.
She feels like she's close to a nickname, yeah?
Yeah, Stalwart. She's a stalwart.
Stalwart. That's your nickname.
Lisa Stalwart fan.
Yeah,
Fountain?
she's Stalwart.
All right.
Congratulations. You're the first you're the first knight that we've ever knighted. The Stalwart Lisa Fountain.
Nice. There's a fella.
There always is. You know what I'm saying?
Justin.
I can tell you some stories.
Don't give him a glass of wine. Justin Kobylka? He is a snake breeder.
Sure.
Specifically pythons. Have you ever seen these pythons, though?
Jeff is pointing to snakes that he brings with him everywhere.
I do. Just so I can say that.
He's that guy.
It is very annoying to carry them around.
He is that guy on the pier on Venice Beach. You take a picture with my python?
Yeah.
$2.
I actually printed up physical tickets to a gun show.
Yeah, that he always brings with him.
I always have with me.
You want some tickets to the gun show? But this guy is a snake breeder. He breeds pythons.
Pythons. He spent 8 years of his life breeding a new kind of python.
So he could be called Dr. Python.
Yeah.
He didn't spend 8 years of breeding pythons to be called Mr. Python.
It's so ironic that he wasn't even in school and he still thinks he can take that title. But his python has smiley face emojis on its skin.
What?
He bred for 8 years different pythons together. So specifically the pattern of their snaky skin looks like smiley face emoji. It's yellow on white. So their skin is all white. And then there's a yellow smiley face with two eyes and a mouth. You know that scene? And by the way, kids, ask your parents. But you know that scene in Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
When Forrest is running and then the car splashes his face and he takes the towel and he wipes his face and he tells the guy, have a nice day. And the guy looks at the towel and sees
the smiley face
in dirt. But it's like really mushy and
yeah,
it looks strange.
Yeah.
That's what this looks like. It looks like a mushy, strange face.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll tell you what, when I saw this, I tweeted it out.
Yeah.
And we did it, guys. We did it.
Smiley face emoji.
Smiley face emoji on a fucking python.
Yeah.
So mad. Okay, listen. Jeff. Listen, Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Listen,
I'm
Jeff.
listening. Uh-huh.
Can you Jeff?
I'm here.
How many times can a python reproduce in a year? How often do they breed?
I don't know.
What is it, every couple months probably, a snake?
Maybe.
Snake reaches maturity in a couple months and then can just breed every couple months after that?
There's a shocking lack of information in this article about how
snakes grow out of boxes?
I'm sure.
Snakes grow out of loot crates?
Yeah, that's how you get loot crates.
That's how you get snakes.
You get snakes.
You open up a loot crate.
Motherfucking snakes out of my motherfucking loot crates.
So, because here's what I'm thinking. My stepbrother actually had an albino python like this.
Okay.
Named Damien, because why be creative? and it was this giant, beautiful python.
But it was only had a poop emoji on it. So useless.
Yeah, 8 years of breeding. He only got to like woman in red dress.
Thumbs up
emoji.
Yeah.
No, so they normally have what you would consider to be a standard snake pattern. It's kind of spotty and scaly and it's in the diamonds and whatever. How many permutations and failures must there have been? How
do you even start?
And
how do you know you're on the right track? Like, is it
you want a circle, and you want the circle to have like two dots and a curve in it, and then like how do you breed? And it's all yellow and white. So how do you breed like those browns and the more neutral tones out of the snake entirely. This is crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy that he could set out to do that and then accomplish it. And I would give anything to see.
He literally started when they started emoji.
Yeah. He's like...
He saw the first smiley face emoji on a smartphone.
Said 8 years from now, this is still going to be a thing.
And was
I know
like,
it.
I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, you guys.
I would give anything, Anthony, to see just a timeline of the snakes, just to see the progression of snakes, the horrible abomination of snake that got there. That
like one was born and it was just the smiley face with no snake.
Yeah,
it was just this blobby, scaly smiley face.
Yeah,
and it was smiling, but you could feel that it wanted you to kill it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a smile, but it's not a real smile.
It's not a real smile.
Sometimes you get those emojis. Sometimes you get a text, and you know that's not a real smile.
No, you know that's a murder smile.
That's a snake smile.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Snake emoji smile.
Why did he do?
He says that he could sell the snake for around $4,500, but has decided to keep it himself. Okay, 2 questions. Why did you do it if you're not going to sell it? B, can't you just make more of these? C, how do you get to $4,500? Like, how do you know so specifically that smiley face emoji snake is $4,500 in value?
Well, he's probably gotten offers.
Guess so.
You know,
I guess if you're doing this, you know how much snakes go for.
Yeah, this is a guy who knows. And I think if you're a snake breeder, you keep it because you're the guy who has the smiley face snake. Everybody's coming to you. You know what I mean? That guy knows how to breed snakes.
Yeah.
Have you ever bred a snake that has a smiley face on it?
No, I have not.
No, you have not. So I don't go to you for snakes.
No, you do not.
Jeff.
I wish you did.
I go to Justin for snakes.
Yeah.
I go to old Snake Justin.
So you're saying this is just a...
Solid Snake Justin.
You're saying this is just a very elaborate form of advertising.
Sort of, but also like a dream, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's both.
It's like a snake billboard.
Sometimes your dream and your ambition are your brand.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like Tucker, like the movie Tucker, a man in his dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. That did not work out well, I don't think.
I never saw that movie, but that was about the guy who made cars that had smiley emojis on them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He bred Cars for 8 years. By the way, if you've ever wondered about the deep lore of the Cars movies universe, this is what it's about.
That's Tucker's dream.
Tucker created the first cars.
He had a fucking sick dream.
And he bred them against their will.
Yeah.
In car farms.
Ah, so gross. Why did he breed them to have eyes on the windshield? They have little eyes on them already. It's called headlights.
Headlights are the eyes.
Sicko.
But, devil's advocate, Jeff.
Yeah.
If the headlights are the eyes and you don't cover up the driver's seat, who's driving those cars?
That's a good question.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's driving those cars?
You have to cover up. Or maybe they drive themselves if they're a unique autonomous being.
Are cars manufactured, Jeff? And if cars in the cars world are manufactured, what manufactures them? And is that machinery itself sentient?
I saw Lightning McQueen fall in love. So I'm assuming they aren't manufactured, that they reproduce as organisms do on our world.
Maybe a car's love is a platonic love.
Could be. I mean, it certainly is a Disney universe.
It's a romantic love.
So you think they
less
still get
than a sexual lust?
Okay, I still think that Lightning McQueen wanted to bone down.
Well, that's just Lightning McQueen. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop Lightning McQueen.
He lives a fast lifestyle.
Woo!
Oh boy, that guy.
That one car is Larry the Cable Guy, and I laughed.
Well, because of his funny teeth.
He has a funny tooth
and a accent.
But seriously, like there are trees and there are flowers in the Cars universe. What pollinates them, Jeff? Are there bees?
Mm.
If there are bees and other animals in the Cars universe, why don't we see them? Are the animals cars?
Mm.
Are they just tinier cars all the way down?
Like a bumblebee is like literally a bumblebee?
It's like literally like a VW bug.
Yeah.
And it's tiny. And like when it zooms in on it, it goes, it's a living.
But then why wouldn't
we're nothing more than gray goo. This is a hellscape. And then here's the thing, like that means they're manufactured. So like, here's a big question for you, Jeff.
Okay.
If they're all manufactured to different levels of sentience, is there an anger from the animals or the cars that are manufactured to be animals? Will there be some sort of an uprising?
Mm. Or who manufactures
Do the cars
them?
have free will?
Well, I would think they do.
Do they, or do they just have like car programming?
Why would they have car programming? Cars don't have car programming.
Cars are very computer.
They're driven by people.
Yeah, but not these ones.
Right. So they have free will.
So there's some sort of AI.
No, they have free
souls?
will. Yes,
the cars have souls.
I think if there's one thing you can take away from the Cars movies, it's that the cars have souls. Did you see all the learning that happened at the end of those movies?
I mean, they have a character arc for certain.
Yeah.
For certain. But are they not just...
soul is a prerequisite for a character arc. Duh.
Are they not just like robots interacting with their pre-made like routines of behavior? Are
you trying to steal all of the magic that happens in the cars? What? If it's just AIs bumping into each other?
I just want to know. Car fucks car? There's another car?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think there's car fucking.
I don't know, man. That just doesn't hold up when you think about it.
Welcome to Car Talk, where we talk about car fucking.
I'm clicking. This is clack.
And now we're going to talk about Fick and Fack.
Fick and Fack are two cars that fuck.
They fucking fuck.
Fick and Fack love to fuck.
They fuck all the fucking time.
I have a lot of questions about the Cars universe. That's all I'm saying.
Clearly you do. Do you have any questions about this snake?
No.
I have one question.
All my questions are answered. It's a snake and it has an emoji on it. I get it. I want it.
You can't just present the finished product of the snake did it slowly form? How do you know what snake you need this other snake to bone down with in order to get? How do you know? How do you know what will make face?
Those emoji, by the way, look less like the smiley face emoji because they have like ears, and I don't think the smile. Oh, well, maybe he's doing an Android one.
They like somebody stepped on a smiley face.
Yeah,
emoji.
They look more like there was a cookie. There was a cookie they used to sell called like Giggles.
Giggles the cookie?
Yeah, it was like a cookie called Giggles, and it was like these like.
I think you're making that up.
It was like these doughy white cookies that were smiley faces, and then they had chocolate backs. And so the chocolate backs would be like the eyes and the mouth.
It would like pop through.
Yeah, it would like pop through. And they had like weird ears, and they were all like kind of lumpy and misshapen like that.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It looks like this weird off-brand cookie that I used to love as a child, and not the emoji.
But
why ears?
It's unmistakable.
He bred for 8 years, and it's got ears on it.
Well,
they don't have ears. Is this an Android thing? Have you had an Android?
Have I had an Android?
Yeah. You're like an Android phone?
Oh, an Android phone.
Is this an Android thing?
Maybe. Oh, maybe. Yeah. You know what? You know what is a smiley face with ears? Fucking Twitch. When you're on Twitch and you do a smiley
but there weren't Twitch emotes at that point.
Well, maybe he's just that thinking ahead.
Holy shit.
Maybe he just knew.
His snake is prior art. He's gonna sue Amazon for $1 billion.
Wow. That is snake infringement.
Ooh, this guy was playing the long con.
Yeah. He's smart.
He's very smart. Maybe he could tell us if cars fuck in the Cars universe.
I bet if we got this guy on the horn.
Should we get his number?
We should. We should find out about this guy and what he knows about breeding. Because I bet it's a lot. I bet it's an inverse proportion of how much snake breeding you do to how much actual human breeding you're getting into.
Well, I mean, that's easy to say. Sure, that's the easy way to go. I have a lot of World War II model tanks that I build from scratch, so obviously I don't fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, but that one's true. So you shouldn't have a lot of World War II models.
How do you know what to put in a snake? What other snake makes the snake have a face on it?
I think you do this over generations and generations and generations. That's why I asked how quickly they breed and how many snakes are in a litter?
How does he have one?
Is it a litter?
I don't know. I don't know anything about snakes. What do you call
it? A gaggle?
Yeah, you call him a shake.
If crows are a murder, then snakes must be like a genocide.
Yeah, a poison of
this
snakes.
This is a genocide of snakes.
Yeah.
So you have a genocide of snakes.
Yeah.
And let's say there are like 7-8 snakes in the genocide.
And you pick the one that is a little bit closer to having a yellow face on its...
I think you pick 2 good candidates that have 2 like yellow blotchies that are kind of like...
This
incest? Is snake eugenics, dude.
Do you incest them?
Of course. Well, no, you have multiple litters going.
Right, that's a lot of snakes.
Yeah, dude, he's a snake breeder.
Yeah.
You have to be a snake breeder to work this. There's no way to do this as a hobby.
No, this guy has to be all in. For 8 years, and he's only going to make $4,500 for this thing tops?
Yeah, but I would imagine he's selling the average snake for $1,800. 12 to $1,800. Because my brother used to have one of these snakes.
All right.
It's like $1,200 to $1,800, $4,500 for this special snake. Like
theoretically, he can make infinite numbers of these now, right?
No,
this is now a snake.
No, one generation down, they may not have it. You need 2 snakes that have the smiley face.
Oh,
Didn't you ever do those? Didn't you ever do the Mendel cubes?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. This guy has how long is a snake's life? Your brother would know.
That's that other Pixar movie that I don't understand.
A snake's life.
A snake's life.
Yeah.
The whole movie is just him like eating rodents whole, and I guess it's for the rodents are always like, it's a living.
It's a living. It's weird to see Woody Allen playing a snake, though.
Yeah, but I'm glad they got John Ratzenberger in there.
Well, you got to. It's a
you
Pixar
got it.
film.
It's a Pixar movie. I always like to see where they put him. So, Lightning McQueen and this girl.
Yeah, they're fucking. They're clearly fucking.
Like they go back to like the garage in Radiator Springs.
You know what they do?
And what happens?
They are in the back of a much larger car.
No,
they fuck on the back seat.
Well, what is that? Well, what does that car fuck?
That car's just a car. Because that's the car.
No.
That car's just a non-living
You're
car.
saying it's like the Pluto to
yes,
Goofy.
Yes. That car is just for fucking. That's just the fuck car.
So it's manufactured.
Yes.
Is it manufactured in the same place sentient cars are manufactured?
No, sentient cars aren't manufactured. They arrive from boning down.
But see, this is not like fucking in the backseat of a car.
Why not?
Because we don't fuck in the backseat of giant sex dolls.
That's a good point.
We would have to open a hatch in a giant statue of a human being.
Yeah, that's
get
true.
inside and fuck inside of a giant statue of a human being.
A vagina.
Well, you would lie it down.
Yeah. You would climb into a vagina to actually have sex with another person.
That's just too conceptual. I feel like I could sell that to like the LA Modern Art Museum.
Yeah. I think that's actually a R. Crumb comic already.
It really is. So like, stop fucking around. I'm being serious about this.
I am too.
No, they don't get into the backseat of a car.
No, I wasn't serious about that part.
Okay. So be serious. They
Yeah.
go back to the garage in Radiator Springs. And what happens?
Well, their garage is like their house.
Yeah.
And they put on some sensual music.
Sure.
And Lightning McQueen says some charming things in his Owen Wilson voice.
As always.
Yeah. And Helen Hunt? Is it? No, who is it? Bonnie Hunt.
Bonnie Hunt.
Bonnie Hunt has sex with Owen Wilson. As cars.
Sure. But like, so what does that look like to you? Is what I'm asking.
Well, have you ever seen?
Is this like a doggy style thing?
Like a tailpipe action?
Like a tailpipe, but then what? They both have tailpipes.
Right. Well,
right. Anatomically.
Yeah.
What is
I don't
other,
think you
what
ever
is
want to
other
see a
part?
car.
What goes into what?
I don't think you ever want to see a car on its back. I think that's a bad thing. That's like a turtle. It's a car's helpless on its back.
Is there no gender? Is there absolutely no gender binary in the car's world?
You saying all cars can fuck all cars?
Yeah. But it's
Maybe.
not. It's not like a cis, like a heterosexual cis, like man on woman. This is like some sort of. It's only cars can do it in this way.
I think
something like an animal kingdom, like something like an animal kingdom mixed with like a non-binary human being sort of thing.
You know, you're fucking with me because now I'm wondering how does the car like gestate?
Yeah, where does it go?
How does that happen?
Trunk space?
Trunk space. A little car pops out of the trunk. Baby car. Do cars grow?
I mean, they would have to. That's why I think they're manufactured, dude.
Right. You
this
might be
is
winning
opening
me
like
over.
There's an Occam's razor thing here.
You might be winning me over on this because I don't think a car can grow because the physical properties of what a car is made out of, like metal doesn't expand.
Yeah.
You might be right, dude. They maybe just be manufactured.
I think they're but that puts into like, there's a car in charge.
A manufacturing
deciding.
Well, what if two cars fall in love?
Yeah.
And what they do is then they go to the shop and to consummate their love, they construct a car with tools.
Okay. Do they get to decide what this car is?
Yeah. It's their baby car.
So
they bring to it a certain.
It's not
maybe their instinct is to bring to it a certain part of themselves.
It's not a random mix of characteristics of both of Lightning McQueen and Bonnie Hunt.
No,
and
I don't think evolution works that way.
They could choose to build a minivan if they wanted to as their child.
But they're just inclined not to. I think.
Who does this open up a whole weirdy thing where like there have to be like government propaganda like programs about like, hey, we need trucks, we need minivans, like a one child per Chinese family thing.
Yeah, that's
where it's like, listen, everybody wants to build a sports car.
Yes,
everybody wants their kid to be a beautiful sports car.
Yeah.
But this country runs on dump trucks.
Yeah,
we need dump trucks.
So when you look at your special someone in their windshield, when you stare deep into their windshield eyes,
Yeah.
maybe what you see isn't a sporty RX-7. Maybe what you see is a utilitarian dump truck.
That's a tough choice to make because we know that the car society is a capitalist society because Luigi has a tire shop.
That's right.
And Lightning goes for like the best tires, which are expensive.
Yeah, it's like you've decided to create a worker bee. You've decided
That's
to
what I'm saying. Somewhere along the line, the assembly line, am I right?
Yeah,
there was a car.
joke.
There was a car at the beginning who had to have decided to give these cars specific characteristics and behaviors
to differentiate
differentiate them, not just differentiate them, but make them want to be who they are.
Mm.
Mater doesn't want to be Lightning McQueen.
No, he wants to be Maynard.
Toe Mater.
Maynard.
No, you're saying Maynard. That's like a real name.
Oh, it's
Toe
a play
Mater.
on Maynard.
Mater. M-A-T-E-R.
Toe Mater.
Toe Mater.
Right, because he's a tow truck.
Because he's a tow truck.
And also a Maynard.
No. If we can't get past this, we're never going to answer the true
Can I ask you
socio-political situation.
One more thing that occurred to me?
Yeah. And by the way, this episode is about a snake.
If mommies and daddies, or two daddies and two mommies, whatever.
I don't think they have a gender.
I'm not going to layer that onto it.
I don't think they have a gender.
If they get together and they manufacture a baby car, does that mean that the car comes into existence fully mature?
Right. The car,
or does it have like an intellectual?
It starts off as like a little Tykes toy car, and then somehow turns into.
I think the whole reason I came on board with your idea is that they don't physically grow.
Right.
It comes out the size it's going to be.
Yeah. What
does
is
it have like an intellectual?
They have to be born adults.
But that's what I'm asking.
You turn the ignition and they're fully formed.
Do they have like an intellectual growth period?
Did you know they can be spies?
I did know that. I saw that one too. And British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many questions.
And why are there boats and airplanes now?
Yeah. And
who decides? Can two cars construct a boat?
If a car falls in love with a boat.
Oh, I don't think
are boats sentient in the car's world?
Yeah, they are.
They're not just in the boat, not just in the planes movie.
I thought boats were in cars. I thought there was a scene. I could be misremembering this, but I thought there was a scene where a boat, a big ship
and a tugboat, yeah,
bringing new cars to an area,
and the ship
has eyes,
just like the hills,
just like the snake's skin. It has eyes.
This episode is about a snake.
This is totally about a snake.
About a snake that has emoji on it.
Amazing. You got to see the picture of the snake. Though. But watch Cars again.
I'm very disturbed by this entire conversation because it just keeps going.
Yeah.
I know. Here's the thing. I know somebody on the the Pixar story team.
Okay. And they just don't want to talk about it.
It's not that they don't want to talk about it. I've never asked them. This just occurred to me not too long ago.
It seems like something you've been wrestling with for a while now.
No, it literally just occurred to me.
All right.
It's just once you open that box, it's a box of terror.
Yeah.
I wonder if she is allowed to speak about it.
Do you think that they talk this through at Pixar?
They're somewhere inside.
There's like a story Bible that has car fucking in it.
Here's what's up. I'm not privy to discussions of the story team at Lucasfilm, but I know that they know everything.
They talk about stormtrooper fucking.
They talk about all kinds of stuff, and if they don't have an answer, they get together like a triumvirate,
right,
and decide the in-canon answer.
Literally behind George Lucas's back. He's literally standing facing a different direction as they talk about it.
And I mean, that was part of the sale to Disney.
Can you tell me if stormtroopers fuck? They're clones, right? They're all clones?
They're clones.
So they fuck?
I think they fuck, but they don't fuck to reproduce.
They just fuck for fun. So stormtrooper gangbang party.
Yeah.
That explains why they miss with their pistols all the time.
If anybody from work is listening, that is not a canonical answer. But I would imagine
you heard it here first, everybody.
I would imagine
Anthony Carboni, representative of the Star Wars universe.
I know that we have really deep theoretical discussions in the Star Wars office. I know they have those discussions.
Right.
Even if these answers aren't canonical, someone at Pixar has the answer to these questions.
It goes all the way down.
It goes all the way up to Lasseter.
It goes to the lamp.
It goes to the.
Does that lamp fuck?
Luxo Jr.? It's Luxo Jr., so it has parents that were lamps.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Its father would be Luxo.
Yeah.
This is about a snake. Tweet at us only about a snake.
Yeah. Hashtag this is about a snake.
Just hashtag it. I want to give you a short hashtag because I really want to hear your thoughts on only the snake, not cars.
No.
Don't tweet at me about cars.
Hashtag it cars.
Tweet at me about cars.
Hashtag it cars, but talk about snakes.
Yeah, and then if you hashtag us about the snake,
talk about cars.
Hashtag it cars. Guys, this episode was about a snake. Goodbye.
Yeah.